the ones who smile in public and fight in private, the ones who smile in public and fight in private, the ones who carry responsibilities nobody claps for, the ones who feel behind in life, the ones who feel forgotten. If that's you, then this is not just a speech, this is a mirror. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you sat alone and admitted to yourself, I'm not okay? Not the Instagram version, not the strong version, the real version. Because some of you have mastered the art of pretending. Pretending you're strong, pretending you're confident, pretending you don't care. But inside you are exhausted. And exhaustion doesn't always come from work. It comes from disappointment, it comes from carrying expectations, it comes from being strong for everyone else and never being allowed to break. But hear me carefully. You are not alone. You were never alone. You were just growing in isolation, and isolation is where strength is manufactured. Look at nature. A seed is buried alone, in darkness, under pressure, surrounded by dirt. If the seed could speak, it would say it's buried, but the truth? It's planted. And some of you right now feel buried. Financial pressure, family expectations, career confusion, comparison, failure, rejection. But what if you're not buried? What if you're planted? Because pressure does not destroy diamonds, it creates them. Let me tell you a truth that might hurt. Nobody is coming to save you. Read that again in your mind. Nobody is coming. No perfect mentor, no magical opportunity, no sudden motivation. And that realization is terrifying, but it's also liberating. Because if nobody is coming, that means it's you. You are the rescue. You are the backup plan. You are the hero of this story. And heroes are not born in comfort. They are built in chaos. You want confidence? Confidence is earned in moments when quitting would be easier. You want discipline? Discipline is built when nobody is watching. You want respect? Respect comes when you keep your promises to yourself. And that's where most people fail, not in talent, not in intelligence, but in consistency. They break promises to themselves. I'll start tomorrow. I'll wake up early. I'll work harder. I'll stop procrastinating. Tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next year. And one day you wake up and you're 10 years older with the same excuses. That's how dreams die. Not with noise, but with delay. Let me tell you about delay. Delay feels safe. Delay feels comfortable. Delay feels like planning. But delay is fear wearing a polite mask, and fear will convince you to wait until you're ready. But you will never feel ready. Nobody ever feels ready. You think successful people weren't scared? They were terrified. The difference? They moved anyway. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is movement despite fear. And right now, somewhere in the world, someone less talented than you is winning. Someone less intelligent than you is succeeding. Someone less gifted than you is building the life you want. Why? Because they started while you hesitated. And hesitation is expensive. It costs you years. It costs you opportunities. It costs you confidence. You don't build confidence by thinking. You build confidence by doing. Action creates clarity. Action creates belief. Action creates identity. Let me say that again. Action creates identity. You don't become confident and then act. You act, and then confidence follows. And here's something even deeper. Most people are not afraid of failure. They are afraid of being seen failing. They are afraid of judgment. But let me ask you something. The people judging you, are they living your dream life? Or are they also stuck? Why are you taking advice from people who never built what you want? Think about things differently. What if criticism is proof you're moving? What if doubt from others is confirmation you're doing something uncommon? Average people attack uncommon behavior because it reminds them of what they didn't pursue. Let's talk about pain. You want real growth. Pain is the entrance fee. Every transformation hurts. Every evolution feels like loss because you are shedding an old version of yourself. And that old version will fight back. Your comfort will fight back. Your habits will fight back. Your laziness will negotiate. But growth requires discomfort. If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. Look at athletes, look at entrepreneurs, look at leaders. They didn't avoid pain. They used it. They trained through it. They adapted through it. They became stronger because of it. And so can you. You can win if you want. But wanting is cheap. Everyone wants success. Few want sacrifice. Few want discipline. Few want to be misunderstood. Few want to work when motivation disappears, because motivation is unreliable. Discipline is permanent. Motivation is emotion. Discipline is identity, and identity determines destiny. Let's go deeper. Your environment matters. Your circle matters. If you surround yourself with small thinkers, you will shrink. If you surround yourself with complainers, you will complain. If you surround yourself with ambitious minds, you will expand. Energy is contagious. Standards are contagious. Mindsets are contagious. Choose wisely. And if you have to walk alone for a while, walk alone. Temporary loneliness is better than permanent mediocrity. The world will change by your example, not by your opinion. You can talk about goals all day, but execution speaks louder than ambition. Results speak louder than announcements. Consistency speaks louder than talent. Let me tell you something powerful. Your future self is watching you right now, watching your discipline, watching your excuses, watching your decisions, and one day you will either thank yourself or resent yourself. That choice is being made today, right now, in small actions, in quiet decisions, in invisible habits. Success is not built in big moments. It's built in daily standards. Wake up when you said you would. Do the work when you said you would. Stop negotiating with your comfort. You say you want change. But do you really? Because change demands responsibility, and responsibility is heavy. It means no more blaming. Not your parents, not your situation, not the economy, not your past. Yes, life is unfair. Yes, some people start ahead. Yes, some people have advantages. But complaining never built anything. Ownership builds everything. The moment you take ownership, you take control. And control is power. Say this with conviction. I pledge to lead by example, to be true and brave. Not brave when it's easy. Brave when it's terrifying. Brave when you're doubted. Brave when you're tired. Brave when you fail. Because failure is not opposite of success. Failure is part of success. Every mistake is feedback. Every rejection is redirection. Every loss is preparation. But only if you refuse to quit. Quitting is the only permanent failure. Everything else is training. And you were not built to live average. You feel this dissatisfaction because you're meant for more. Comfort suffocates potential. Pressure unlocks it. So the next time life hits you, instead of asking, why me, ask, what is this building in me? Stronger patience, stronger discipline, stronger mindset. Because storms don't last forever. But the strength you build inside them does. And one day, when people see you winning, They will call it luck. They will call it talent. They will call it timing. But you will know the truth. It was discipline. It was sacrifice. It was the nights you kept going. It was the mornings you didn't quit. It was the decision to continue when stopping felt justified. And that decision is available to you right now. You are not too late. You are not too behind. You are not too broken. You are being built in silence, in darkness, in pressure. And when your season comes, you will not need revenge. You will not need validation. Your results will speak. Your example will speak. Your transformation will speak. And when someone asks you how you did it, you will smile and say, I decided. I decided to stop waiting. I decided to stop blaming. I decided to stop shrinking. I decided to rise. And that is the day everything changes. So stand up, even if your voice shakes, even if your hands tremble, even if your confidence is low. Move, act, start. Because motion creates momentum. Momentum creates belief. Belief creates identity, and identity creates destiny. This is your moment. Not tomorrow, not next month, now. Because time doesn't wait. Opportunities don't wait. Life doesn't wait. And neither should you. You are not alone. You are not weak. You are not finished. You are being forged, built in the dark, prepared in silence, strengthened in struggle. And when you rise, you will be unstoppable.